Crypto legends, how's everybody doing today? What's going on? Is Bitcoin having a massive V-shaped recovery? We're gonna form a bump and run scenario, break some resistance levels, and go to the absolute moon again. This was only a little bit of FUD, a little bit of a flash crash. We are on our way to $48,000-$50,000 in the next coming days. How is everybody doing, guys? Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button on your way in. Share some love here, guys. Smash it up, and let's go straight into the analysis. Are we forming a bump and run scenario here, or is this just a relief rally and we are going to be ready for a major corrective move back down? This was just a dead cat bounce after the major drop, and we are ready to go to much lower levels. We're going to analyze the situation here. We'll be talking about the support levels, the resistance levels, the sign of strength. No doubt we did get a bit of a sign of strength here, getting above the point of control from the entire month of December. We managed to get above that level, struggling a little bit with the value area high. However, we have pumped with very low volume. The volume is extremely low. What's going on? Is this part of a fake out from this resistance zone? It looks a little bit toppy here as we having this price action. I'm not too sure, guys. It's not too convincing. The price action ain't explosive. It's looking like it wants to roll over. Double top scenario. My goodness, I'm not too sure about this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And first of all, let's go through the comment section, say hello to the community. I'm going to talk about, the possible scenarios that could happen. We're going to talk about some, ETF things. BlackRock's buying $10 million worth of Bitcoin tomorrow, right? I think we're all tired with all of this ETF thing, all right? I'm a little bit tired. Get on with it. Let's move forward. Let the halving happen in April, and we're off to the moon, baby. We'll be analyzing the situation. Of course, I'm going to talk about my favorite chart. A lot of people might think, here we go again. We are talking about the DXY. Yes, I am worried, guys. I am worried because this chart will tell us everything regarding markets and crypto. The S&P 500, we'll be analyzing the S&P 500, struggling here with the all-time high created in 2021. Is it a bit double toppy? Are we going to get some support and absolutely explode back up again? We'll be analyzing the situation as well, guys. Let me go quickly through the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me well with this mic. I got this, I had to buy it. It was about time too, because a lot of people were saying, hey, your sound is crap. It was about time to get one of these, fancy microphones that you can move up and down. It's really good fun. So hopefully the quality is going a little bit up with the audio today. Maybe not. Maybe it's still crap. Maybe my voice is crap. So a good microphone ain't gonna do the job. So anyway, let's go right away through the comment section, say hello to the community, and we'll be analyzing this situation, guys, because it is true that, oh my goodness, this price action ain't looking too good. Is it a successful breakout? It's looking a bit toppy right there. This was actually not a bad shorting attempt, if you ask me. If all of this recovery that we've had during yesterday and today is just going to be a dead cat bounce in a three-wave structure right there, and this is finally going to end up in a fourth wave, and we're going to blast through here to much lower levels right in the next 24 hours, let me just say, it's definitely a possibility. Should have opened a hedge short position at this level as we were creating this kind of double top scenario right there, right? You're kind of getting a bit of a failed auction. This was actually a very much good, valid short position because all of this price action has no volume at all. There is no volume. It ain't too convincing. So, you know, if we do lose here, the point of control of the range, you know, hey, the party is over, guys. We are going down below $40,000 in the next couple of days. It's the sign of weakness right there. So the sign of strength was getting above that point of control. However, look, come on, Bitcoin. You cannot do this type of price action when you're breaking such a significant level. Get that volume in. Get that momentum to the upside. Show some power. Not this price action. Come on. We do not want to see this because this is, you know, there was actually an epic short position. This would be a kind of short position to enter. Be defensive, of course, with your stop loss. But, you know, you could even target all the way down to the lows, basically. You know, if this were to be just a dead cat bounce. Price ain't looking that convincing, all right? So if you are attempting some short positions, you obviously want to get in at the highest level possible when you see that exhaustion, right? So this was actually a very much valid short position. I want to know your ETF. Yeah, we got some people saying also that ETF has been approved, right? The ETF has been approved already. Yesterday, it seems like, you know, we got some news out. You know, basically it was Matrix report saying, you know, in January, the approval of spot Bitcoin ETF is unlikely, right? It's not going to get approved. And then we have some tweets from some characters out there saying it's already approved. It has actually been approved already. Anyway, let me know, guys, in the comment section. Let's go here. Father Time, Moon Boot Boy, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Let's take a look here. Unknown user. Buenas tardes, amigo. ¿Cómo estás? Good day, Andy. Let's go Bitcoin, says Fury. How are you doing? Frank, hello. Jake from England. Luke, how is it going? Hello, I think more downside. It's bad. It's sad. There is a possibility of downside. You know, this movement to the upside, we need to realize that there is really a bunch of resistance here. It's just a dead cat bounce, pretty significant. We are hitting the value area high also right now from this range, and I don't like the volume from that breakout of the point of control. It just ain't looking too convincing, in my opinion. So anyway, let's continue through the comment section. I was promised a lap dance by Andy if I smash the like button. Well, that is probably going to happen if we get above 500 likes. It's done apparently. Yeah, apparently the ETF has been approved. So are we ready for the sell the news event? Are we crashing down to $38,000? Is it a sell the news event? Yeah, apparently it's happened already, but I don't know. What do you think? I don't believe, you know, unofficial, you know, it has to come from the Security Exchange Commission that it is approved, not from some tweets from characters out there. We cannot rely on them, guys, because it's just going to bring, you know, unreliable volatility. We shorting or longing, says Father Time. Well, there was a shorting opportunity based on a local double top. There was a really nice double top. I can't see anything. Wish I bought more 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬 on this big dip. Yeah, a lot of the altcoins have actually recovered and broke the highs from the last few days, such as Aptos. Aptos just tested the highs here from a few days ago. So it got the dip and it got a massive pump, already creating new highs. 35% pump in the last 24 hours. We also got Arbitrum. Arbitrum on the move. It's on the move. Just testing the highs right now. But look at this. Major drop here from yesterday and then bang, you know, 35% pump plus, right? Absolutely crazy. Steve, morning. How are you doing? We're going to do the pure technical analysis now, guys, in just 1 second. Love you, bro. Aniket, I love you too as well. Pac-Man, thanks for joining, my man. I think up, then down. Yeah, probably up, then down, maybe down, then up. We are due for that correction, no? Yeah, the movement here to the upside on Bitcoin is really not too convincing, to be honest, right? We'll be analyzing here the lower time frames. It ain't too convincing. That value area high from this trading range that has proven to be massive resistance here back in, you know, the 3rd week of December, right? We are at that point right now, and when you take a look at the lower time frames, no, come on. You know, this ain't too convincing. This is actually really poor price action. Still creating higher lows, still creating, you know, higher highs, but it's just getting very, very choppy. Anyway, we'll be, you know, I want to say hello to the rest of the community. Sexy Mike, shame about your voice. Yeah, that is true. Thank you very much for confirming there, Seb, that it is the voice. No matter how expensive the microphone is, the voice is crap, right? It is what it is. Sell the news event, says Matthew. Hi, Andy. I am worried. Me too. I am very worried. Right. Let's go. I think it's actually good. Sell the news. 500 likes and a lap dance. You got that damn right. Ethereum still looking okay. Yeah, we can do analysis on Ethereum. You know, people are generally too bullish. That is, yeah, that is true. There's no volume. Sin Game says, yeah, volume will come tomorrow when BlackRock will buy. I mean, this is the pure speculation as well. BlackRock is buying $10 million worth of Bitcoin, which is, come on, BlackRock, you can do better than that. I was expecting $10 billion, not 10 million. Come on, you must be joking. Look at his face. I don't believe you. You are buying more than 10 million Bitcoin, you cheeky man. You're buying much more than 10 million. So anyway, let's, Celestia was super bullish. Celestia got a massive, big bounce. Also, 2K loss, says Madney. Why 2K loss? Did you try and short the market? Anyway, we were talking today in today's video update and also in the Legends community. Don't lose focus. We will get a big pump at approval. We already got the dip. I mean, yeah, this is the thing. DeVault, how are you doing, my man? Thanks very much for joining the stream. 10 million is for weekend party. Yes, you got that damn right. You know, this guy that manages trillions of dollars, you know, 10 million in Bitcoin. Come on, you spend it on a weekend and a party, on a yacht party. Come on, stop joking around. You're spending much more on Bitcoin. So anyway, analyzing the situation here with Bitcoin, you know, there is an issue here. And that issue, of course, has to do with the volume breaking above this point of control of the entire range, getting above previous day value area high, not getting much of convincing momentum here, right? It could be building up. I mean, this does happen in the case of a bump and run, right? In the case of a bump and run, you actually scale up, you know, slowly here and consistently. You might hit that resistance point in the coming hours, right? This is going to be a crucial zone because you will be hitting the lows right over here that was created on the first couple of days of January, right? Basically talking about the last 2 days. And it's going to be very interesting because you are basically hitting the value area low of this trading range and also the lows right there. We're going to start hitting, you know, a daily level that we have at $45,000. There is a lot of resistance at that point. We got lower high trend line, but anyway, resistance are there to be broken. So we're going to have to be looking very carefully to see, you know, what is going on at that zone. Will it get choppy, you know, 44.8, 45K, bang, bang, choppy, and it might be a failed, you know, a bump and run scenario and come down. At the moment you start breaking here, well, it's pretty obvious, in my opinion, that, you know, new highs will be created. Not out of the woods yet, okay? We're talking about the possibility here, you know, if you do get above this point of control of the entire range, that would be a clear sign of strength. We almost retraced to that level. So we're talking about here pivot high to the pivot low. 618 Fibonacci, you know, that did get a reaction here yesterday, right? Beautiful right there, 618, almost tapping the point of control of December, and now breaking through. So that's already a pretty good sign of strength. We did get a pullback here, and we already got a pump of, you know, about $700-800, right? You know, there is a trade. You're above the level of resistance. You know, you could get into a long position here, manage risk with stop loss. If you lose the point of control, then game over. Don't do any silly trading of adding to position. I'm adding to my long and stuff like that. If you lose this level, you're likely going to eat up all of these lows. Then it's game over, right? We're going to much lower levels. So, but overall, it was acceptable to get into a long position. It was actually acceptable to get into some trades in this range. I did get into a cheeky local range swing failure pattern here at this level at 42,800 range approximately. Small little SFP, and this was not only because of a internal SFP level, it was based on we were creating some significant bullish CVD divergence here locally, where you were creating lower lows here on the CVD and you were actually creating higher lows right over there. And I was thinking that we're likely at least going to come up and test these highs. So jumped on the long protected position, which it was a, you know, I was very much aware of the price rolling down. I mean, this is a small long position that I'm going to keep if we were to hit 46K to make some profits. But I was expecting lower to get into a much better position, right? It would have been nice to actually come down to close to these lows right there, you know, value area low, probably eat up that low over here, and then look for that possible greater long position to get a major recovery. That was not the case. You know the deal. ByBit is my favorite crypto trading platform. You have an insane bonus down below in the description. Your best crypto exchange. You got the greatest bonus available in the link in the description. If you cannot use ByBit, I would suggest MEXC or BingX, okay, that you can, you know, there's no KYC needed, all right, because there are restrictions, you know, with ByBit on in some countries. MEXC, BingX is great alternative, guys. You got the greatest bonus available in the market with the links in the description on those crypto exchanges. You can actually trade stocks on BingX, so BingX is definitely a good option. They've been around for a few years, and if you want to trade the S&P 500, well, yeah, BingX is a great option. Now, we can talk about some other cryptos, guys, because for me, it is pretty clear on Bitcoin, right? We got the bump and run scenario. We're going to start facing a lot of resistance based on the lows from the last few days. Got a big major low level right there of support that should be turning into some resistance with the lower high resistance trend line with that daily level here. Basically from the last 2 days, we had the close and open right over here from the last 2 days. And it's, you know, that daily level is at $45,000. So it's gonna take some power for Bitcoin if it reaches that level. Okay, we do not know. It might just top out here with this double top scenario, very low volume. You know, I'm not, you know, I would arguably discuss. It is confusing right there because it ain't looking too powerful, to be honest. You know, I would not be surprised if we suddenly just start losing here the levels and come back down, guys. So this was actually a really good shorting opportunity. This double top right over here, the moment you start losing this high over here was a possible short trigger. Just based on the poor price action, right? And you are actually hitting the 7/8 Fibonacci, right, from this pivot high to that pivot low, tapping to the exact dollar, the 7/8 Fibonacci with that double top. So it's like, you could have attempted a short position right there, okay? You could have attempted a short right there because maybe this short is actually going to break down to eat up all of these higher lows. You know, you could get a couple of $1,000 move. Would I enter now? Well, no. I wouldn't enter right now. You want to try and enter at the highest level possible. But it was definitely a valid short. If we were to break down right now from this level, previous day, value area low, value area high, sorry, it ain't going to be looking too good. It ain't going to be looking too good. You get back beneath the point of control of December and the previous day value area high. you know, if you do this, it ain't going to be looking too good. I think there could be, you know, especially if we start moving down with some volume, you know, it ain't going to be looking too great. It could act as resistance. It might fake out. It might be with very low volume. You're just going to do this. We're just going to have to analyze that situation. But that is definitely a crucial level that should hold. I'm talking about the 43,600 to 700 range. Right. Let's continue here. Why don't you pull from the H? Why don't I pull from the highs, right? From the highs. Basically because we were talking about the speculation of this being a 1 wave, 2, 3, and 4. And 4 waves don't usually retrace more than 50%. Of course, 618 would be kind of the ultimate limit. It would still be a valid, it would still be a valid complex 4th wave, just based on you haven't overlapped the first wave, right? You haven't overlapped this base right there. And technically, right, looking at old school Elliott wave theory, maybe, you know, it's still a valid count, even though 4th waves usually retrace to the 382 and the 50% Fibonacci, which was exploded, okay, above 618. But yeah, taking a look at Fib from the highs, yeah, it's also a valid level to take a look at Fibonacci. We're currently at this, you know, above the 618 level. So anyway, you know the deal. The only bad thing about this price action getting above this point of control is the volume. You know, there's no volume. There's no volume, and you're creating a local double top, which ain't looking too great. This was actually very much a good shorting level. This was actually very good to short, as you were losing here. Failed auction from that high. I got into that short, says Market M. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, it was actually very much a valid short position based on no volume and based on the double top. And this short position could be actually the epic short that can bring you down, back down to $40,000, right? So let's go. Can you check Neon, please? Planning spot buy. Let's take a look at Neon here for my man, unknown user. And let's take a look at Neon because he's planning to buy on spot for the long term. So, oh, nasty double top here created the last week of trading. Wow. Well, hey, this one has exploded. This one's already done over a 10x in the last couple of months. My goodness. Neon. So many cryptos that I have no clue what they are. It's still a mid-low cap coin. It got insanely bullish. It seems like it has its own blockchain. Let's analyze. I mean, there's really not much to analyze on this because it's been a new cryptocurrency this year, and it's already had it. It's already gone parabolic. Was this the bull run, guys? Was this the bull market? Was this the bull market? You know, I have doubts. I do have doubts, guys. Was this the bull run? And we are looking to have a massive multi-year bear market where we are going to see this actually happen. This was an A wave and this is the B wave. We're all getting extremely excited, and the market is going to create a new low in the next 12 to 24 months, guys. Just imagine that. Maybe. I don't believe so. There's too many bullish things, right? Happening, right? ETFs. This has to be bullish. This ain't the same as CME futures, because a lot of people are telling me, hey, when the CME futures was launched back in 2017 at the peak of the bull run, the market crashed, right? We had CME futures going live at the peak of the bull run in 2017. Now, what happens when you make, CME futures live? A lot of big people, institutions, big money can short Bitcoin with billions of dollars. So of course that is bearish. You know, it's not the same futures, you know, for institutions than actually spot Bitcoin, because spot Bitcoin, they need to back up that Bitcoin ETF buying real Bitcoin on the blockchain. They need to buy it and store it if they want to back up that ETF. So it's not the same as futures, because you can massively, you know, with leverage, short the hell out of Bitcoin. And this is basically why, you know, one of the reasons why Bitcoin topped out after that parabolic move, because it was approved, right? Futures CME on futures on CME, and you know there was billions of dollars of shorts, and you know absolutely, you know, getting the price down of Bitcoin. So it's not the same. ETFs happening 2024, halving happening. You know, this is a bullish event in the long run. Interest rate cuts, they are going to happen, right? Which is probably not going to be in Q1 of this year, but they, you know, it's likely going to start happening, right? Interest rates down. And we have a money printer, okay, going on very likely at some stage in 2024. We have conviction hodling all-time high, okay. So yeah, a lot of people still hodling with, you know, hodlers from years and years. It's still going on. There's more hodlers in the market. More Bitcoin nations, of course. We have Argentina president, right, from 2023. That he's a pro, you know, he's a Bitcoin maximalist, right? You would arguably discuss. We've got El Salvador, now we've got Argentina. There will be more nations coming into the party, into the Bitcoin party. More Bitcoin multinationals, okay? So global mainstream mania. And another fact here is we have an election year, right? We have an election year this year that is usually bullish for the markets. Usually money printer goes on a little bit to print a couple of trillion, right? Maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5. Usually they are bullish, okay, election years. So there's too many factors here to think that Bitcoin is going to get a major bear market, right? It's going to drop down to the lows again, right? Where we're looking for, you know, $15,000. I think $15,000 will not be hit. We would have to see something terribly happening in the next coming months for the market to actually come all the way down there. I think there will be a lot of buying pressure, you know, under 40K even, right? Even at 35, 30K. Unlikely to see this event happening, right, when we're so close to the halving as well. So anyway, there's a little bearish divergence on the weekly, lines up with the end of 2021. Okay, there's a little bit of bearish divergence. I guess you're talking about the RSI. And the liquidity heat map at 46,200, bump and run there. Go even a bit further up. Everyone, we are going to all-time high, dump it to 37,000 or lower, mega capitulation, then real bull run starts. What about that? Johan, I think, you know, you do have a point there. We certainly got a massive amount of liquidity right there, just under $42,000. You know, that suddenly happened. But when we do take a look at Binance, for example, okay, the largest crypto exchange currently out there on futures as well, not only on spot, we have a bunch of liquidity, like you saying, at $46,200. There is a lot. When we go to ByBit, you could arguably discuss the second largest exchange, okay, for futures. We have, look at all this liquidity at $46,000. There's a lot of liquidity sitting up there. It would only be $1,600, $1,800 pump, which is not much for Bitcoin nowadays. And there's a lot of liquidity sitting there, right? And that would be kind of in confluence with the bump and run scenario, right? When we talk about the bump and run scenario, you got that huge amount of liquidity sitting here at the highs, right? There's hundreds of millions of dollars of liquidity right there at the moment. We can see it on the heat map on many exchanges. Bump and run scenario, could it happen? Absolutely yes. Like you said, you know, we get a major rally to hit that yearly level. Everybody gets extremely bullish again, and then bang, then we get a big major drop. We'll have to analyze the situation. I mean, this could blast through here with FOMO Nation, right? We could absolutely explode out. We're just gonna have to check the possible reaction at that level. But what we do know is there are a lot of shorters in the market. there are a lot of people speculating on, you know, they either got in late on the short or they are shorting here, and they might be shorting a bit more up here, right, at 45K, and that liquidity is just going to build up and build up till we actually get that God candle that liquidates everybody. So similar to what happened here, right? Bump and run scenario. We're just checking this out, and it's very much a possibility, right? Bang, 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 lower high, a major bump phase, a nice flush of the market, and then slowly scaling up. A lot of people think that this is a dead cat bounce and we're going to roll down at some stage, and then you get the epic V-shaped recovery. Bang. It happens a lot. It happens a lot on Bitcoin, so we definitely can take it into consideration that could possibly happen, right? So anyway, Bonk is pumping. Don't miss out. Still very early. Ponk. What is Ponk? I thought you said Bonk. What is Ponk? Come on. Hey, what is this? Ponk. This is another meme coin. This one's pumping. Still early. Anyway, about Neon, sorry. You know, if you're looking to spot buy, I don't know, you know, when you show me this chart and it has pumped over a 10x during the last few months, it's even done more than that. It's done over it's done about a 50x since September. You know, this is just, it's done the move, right? If you're thinking to spot buy when something has rallied like this in just a few months doing a 50x, you know, of course we could go to $5 or something like that, but I think it's really not worth it at this point. I have no idea. This might be an insane project. I'm going to actually do a little bit of research here on this one, but it's just looking at the chart. I'm really not, you know, it's just, you know, it's gone up too much. It's just gone up too much. Will it go to $5 or $10? Maybe yes, continue here with this bull run, but it's just really not worth it in my personal opinion looking at the chart. Ponk, well, yeah, we have, we can't even see Ponk here on TradingView, so we're not going to take a look at Ponk. Don't shill the meme shite, says 𝗬𝗖𝗇. Yeah, you know, when we do take a look at Bonk, you know, Bonk has had it's kind of had the peaking point, right? It's Bonk has peaked out. I'm going to say it's going to take months, many months till Bonk reaches all-time high. I mean, if Solana rallies like crazy, then we could find a bottom formation. I mean, if this were to be the case for Bonk, where you're actually doing this, you know, and you might come down and test these lows and then you're ranging, I would say that this is bullish. You want to get into this rate, but you need a nice round formation where the selling pressure is over. That's where you get the hodlers. There's no selling pressure. You got the hodlers here, you know, with power, no more selling pressure. Then obviously this is a great buy zone if it kind of rounds here, if it has that round formation, because there will be no selling pressure. Selling pressure has got exhausted, and you're basically getting bought up here from the lows, right? And it's rounding up, and this is basically a reaccumulation stage where the price will rocket. It's still very early though. You know, this could just start doing this and still get into this downtrend till it actually finds a bottom. So in the case of Bonk, really not interested in Bonk at this level. Solana is pumping. Let's take a look at Solana. Yeah, a lot of them did get an epic recovery. So yeah, Solana is picking up here. Solana is picking up. So we got a major wick down to $86, and you know, already had a significant pump here during the last 24 hours, over 20%. So yeah, no doubt Bitcoin is recovering. Okay, it is recovering. We got the bump and run scenario. We got a bunch of liquidity at 46K. We still have the ETF hype. You know, this was only a personal opinion from someone. It is unlikely that ETFs are approved. I don't know how, you know, this suddenly had a major impact on the market yesterday. We had a major sell-off. But anyway, So yeah, a lot of the altcoins have recovered very nicely, already hitting the highs from the last few days. We got Arbitrum, we got Aptos, we got, you know, they are bouncing back up. A lot of them are maintaining still very strong uptrend structure. And in the case of Solana, we talked about this in a stream just a few days ago. There is a huge base of support from 2022 that has actually, you know, broken you know, it broke the resistance. It broke the resistance, and it didn't quite come as low as $80, but you could arguably discuss that this zone, it was a good buying zone. When you have a falling knife, of course, it's very, very hard to catch all of, you know, to basically catch a long position or buy on spot. It's very difficult. So can you check rows, please? Yes, saving mine from 500 likes, guys. Smash up that like button as you are entering the stream. Subscribe to the channel. We do pure technical analysis. We do talk about good major projects. A project that, you know, guys, this has been my best altcoin performer. I had many altcoins that didn't do much. They were doing a 2-3x, right? A lot of them have been doing 2-3-4x during the last few months since October, right? Since the beginning of October, when we were starting to see everything rally. I mean, hey, I'm happy with a 2-3x, but then you see other cryptos doing a 20x or a 30x, and like, I bought the wrong ones. And I was really happy with Metis. Guys, Metis is the one that I actually did round about a 6x. It's actually recovered very nicely from the pump, now trading at $90. I do still hold a bunch of Metis. It has to be around about 2.5% of my portfolio now, because I did sell almost half from what I've been buying here, because the gains were actually pretty crazy, and I thought, you know, it would be silly not taking some gains here just in case. So Metis has been my best performing altcoin that I have been buying here during, you know, 2023, basically, with this downside. So the rest of them haven't been doing too much. 2-3x on average. Bitcoin, again, 2-3x, right? Or the Bitcoin that we've been buying, you know, at 20k, you know, 17k, 18k during those months, okay, of bearishness. It's still a 2-3, you know, it's about a 3x, which is good. But once you're getting into the 6x, right, 6-7x, when you've been buying this, you know, at very low levels, then it's then it's nice. Anyway, let's go through some other projects. Okay, ICP project, did you saw it? ICP, yeah, ICP is an incredible project. Of course, it had a terrible launch because it launched in the bull run, basically, from the previous bull run. It launched at very bad, you know, there's a bit of, we did a bit of TA there, you know, as we were moving down. It had a terrible launch, okay? Launch at above $300-400, and I think this one's going to do incredibly well. I'm not sure if it will go to $300-400 in this bull run, but it does have very much upside potential, as there are big partnerships, VCs, right, institutions that are, you know, actually investing in this. And this one did a really nice rally, okay, since the lows here. This one actually did about a 6-7x from the lows here of August, September. Did a really nice rally. This is a good project, no doubt about it. Price action is a bit choppy, no doubt. We did talk about a long situation here on the Legends community just a few days ago. We were talking about this descending wedge forming an inverted head and shoulder as you break out to come and test the highs. That played out very, very nicely. Right now, I don't like this chart. It's just very choppy, you know, double top scenario, major crash, dead cat bounce. Still in an uptrend, but I just don't like this bunch of, you know, what's happening right there. Let's take a look at some other altcoins. Andy, can you take a look at Matic? Yeah, we can take a look at Matic. What happened to 𝗬𝗫𝗫? I got a bunch of 𝗬𝗫𝗫. I did buy some 𝗬𝗫𝗫 on spot, and it did get, you know, it didn't manage. It didn't manage to actually get a major pump, right? We talked about this descending lower high resistance that we had, and we were looking for an explosive move. Maybe it's going to happen still, though. Maybe they, you know, a lot of altcoins pop out of nowhere. They suddenly pop, you know, 100, 200% in a matter of a couple of days, and it's like, hey, you know, what's happened to this? This is still very, very solid growth, okay? During the last few months, it's still very, very solid. The moment where it goes parabolic is where I want to, you know, stay very, very cautious for a major pullback. But this is still very solid. I ain't selling some of my 𝗬𝗫𝗫, you know, at least till we get to 4 cents, right? Till we test these highs. And that would be a 2x from the levels that I bought. It might sell half, might get my money back, and then just leave the rest to see what it does. But anyway, super chatos, hermanos. Let's take a look at the super chat right away here from Singularity. Sorry about that. Let's talk about, you know, what? Hang on a second. Just checking here if I do have another super chat here. Sorry. Right, Singularity, let's go. Andy, it wouldn't make sense for the crypto market to enter into another bear market, especially when everything is showing major high time frame reversals. Okay, so it wouldn't make sense to see another bear market, especially when everything is showing major high time frame reversals. What other things when everything is showing major high time reversals? I mean, like I said, it would not make sense when we do see so many bullish things happening in 2024, right? There is just a lot of bullish things, you know, that is happening this year. So no doubt that we are still at rock bottom levels when you do take a look at this from the previous cycle. You know, it wouldn't make sense. You know, you wouldn't say that there's going to be a bear market here because the bear market already happened on everything, right? And a lot of the altcoins have very much upside potential. Look at this. I mean, it's just 𝗬𝗫𝗫𝗃 is at the same levels, right, from the last, you know, 18 months, right? This is a major selling exhaustion event. And yeah, these pullbacks, I think they're just going to be buying opportunities. It's just very likely that you're going to see much bearishness. You might get another 6 months of sideways action slightly to the downside before some of the cryptos start rocketing, right? Because you know the deal. You know the deal. It is a massive hype pump, bear market, major crash, bang, 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 sideways reaccumulation. There's no selling pressure here. There's just no selling pressure. It's a sideways market. Bang, you get the cycle again. And this happens just in a few months. This is only 3-4 months of price action. That is it. It happens quick. You need to be ready to start taking those profits because you don't know where the peak is going to be, you know. And the bear market happened in the case of, you know, 𝗬𝗫𝗫𝗃 and most of the cryptos, right? It happened. It's the same scenario. Bull market, crash, accumulation, bull market, crash, accumulation. What comes next? Bull market comes next. So just the most simple explanation here that I could give you. There's really no selling pressure here at this point on a lot of the cryptos. Check out 𝗬𝗫𝗃. It hasn't pumped yet. 𝗬𝗫𝗃, very interesting project. We can take a look at this right away. It's a DeFi project, and yeah, we talked about this on one of the streams, and yeah, this one hasn't actually taken off yet. So this is still at accumulating levels. You know, it's very close to the low. It hasn't pumped yet. It's a very interesting DeFi project, and you know, it's at rock bottom levels. You know, this has done not even a 2x during the last few months, and it's still kind of in accumulation bottom levels. So you would expect this one at some point to break out from that lower high resistance trend line. The moment you break out from the lower high resistance trend line, then it's game on. Then you know you're likely, you know, the bottom is likely to be in here. And interestingly enough, it does have kind of a huge major double bottom, right, where you do have that neckline right there. And you can see here a kind of Adam and Eve formation, right, where you're rounding off here, and you're probably going to start scaling up right there, and then obviously blasting through here, right, in mid 2024, or you name it, right? Just a few months after the halving is when we should start seeing some, you know, interesting price action to the upside. Exactly, lol. Why would we go down from the bottom? Very true. I mean, a lot of altcoins are at rock bottom levels. I think many altcoins have great opportunities, such as 𝗬liche. They are boring. You know, they're not pumping. We love pumpy action, but I can tell you already that 𝗬liche is one of them that, you know, it will take off at some stage. You know, it will take off at some stage. We need to remain patient for the next coming weeks, maybe months, maybe get a bit of a pullback if Bitcoin does. It will just give us a greater buying opportunity. Okay, 𝗬liche is a very, very good project. Okay, L1, it just has its small ecosystem, right? Not much, not as like Solana, not like Avalanche, but it, you know, it does have its ecosystem. If we go down, we can start the party. Yes, basically reaccumulating a little bit more. Please, Matic, says Sherry. Let's take a look at Matic here for Sherry right away. We'll do a little bit of Matic technical analysis. But yes, guys, we know the deal. Everything looks extremely bullish for 2024. There's too many bullish things that, you know, you would have to see a World War III, you know, hopefully not, you know, but something that is going to be devastating. A massive energy crisis happening worldwide. Internet is cutting off. No more internet worldwide. You know, something silly like that would have to happen for us to get into a major bear market, right? Into a major, you know, crash for the next coming months, which I think is unlikely. Anything can happen, of course. It's unlikely to happen, but just something that we need to be aware of. So let's take a look at Matic right away here. So Matic, we did get into a long position. I closed all of the long here, and we talked about this breakout on Matic. It looked very good. I think Matic is gonna, it will have continuation to the upside with high probability. Of course, it was affected by the crash yesterday. Everything gets affected, guys. This is what we talk every single time. No matter how bullish an altcoin looks with a double bottom, with a massive symmetrical triangle accumulating, reaccumulation at resistance, you know, this is going to explode. It did explode, however, didn't get that momentum continuation to the upside, and it got affected by the crash, okay, from Bitcoin yesterday. Everything gets affected. Some of them get a major bounce, some of them don't. But Matic, oops, sorry guys. But Matic, the thing about Matic here at this point is, you know, we were talking about this major point of control from the last 18 months, right? We're looking at May of 2022. Yeah, give or take 18 months approximately. You have a major resistance zone, but there was probably not enough power here to break out from this level. There was probably not, okay, enough power. We got back down. If we start seeing Matic here breaking through this level of resistance again, then I would say maybe Matic is going to form this mini bump and run scenario as well. So a confirmation here for a trading setup on Matic, I would say the lower high resistance, okay, from this bump and run. You know, you're likely going to probably create a small little SFP from that level, but overall get that continuation to the upside. And that is based on the point of control of this entire range as well, right? You got a massive volume node right there, which did break out. You're kind of at the level right now at the moment. You're just sitting at that level. So it's technically holding as support. You just got a major flash crash, which it was not a technical move, and you're probably going to get that massive bounce. Now, a confirmation level here would be, I mean, it really all depends on Bitcoin. Like I said, it really depends on Bitcoin, because this looked really good for an explosive breakout and continuation to the upside. But of course, we always need to pay attention on Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to be your number one analysis before taking a look at any altcoins, even though they look bullish. So I think for me, it would be pretty clear. No doubt that we could see a massive V-shaped recovery after the flash crash. Maybe this was just a 3-wave structure, and we are already going to get, you know, 5 waves here to the upside and breaking through. I mean, it looks pretty good if Bitcoin does behave. If you want a confirmation scalp day trade scenario, it's as easy as waiting for a trading plan, because you are going to get some resistance right there on Matic at this level over here. You know, this solid base of support is going to have some kind of resistance, right? Price is likely going to get a reaction at that level. So you are going to see a few candles being printed here. Now, the moment you do see Matic breaking through this level, I can already tell you that there's extremely high probability that if you do get the pullback or not to that level, it might just get a small little pullback and get a major rally here to the highs. But there is insane probability that you are going to get the continuation to the upside based on the lower high resistance trend line in a bump and run phase. So it's a classic sell-off, you know, flush of the market, bang, 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 right? It's just, if you want to wait for the confirmation, if Bitcoin does behave, you can basically, you know, long at the breakout, let it do a significant breakout, and it really, you know, just scale into a small long position here, stop loss beneath all of the base here of support, and you're looking for the rise for those highs to be taken. That is if you want to, you know, have a trading plan, right? When we're trading, we need plans, right? And you know, if you want to get into long here, well, yeah, do you have a trading plan? Where are you going to put your stop loss? You're going to put your stop loss here. What if the price suddenly does this, right? You want to see confirmation levels being broken for that uptrend continuation. And no doubt for Matic, it is that 95-cent level. If Bitcoin starts crashing down from this point, hey, hang on a second. Bitcoin's getting a bit of a move to the upside here. Got a major pump. Major quick little wick here to the upside. We are getting that momentum. Yeah, anyway, going back to Matic, Bitcoin had a little bit of a pumpy action there in the last few minutes. I would wait for confirmation. If you want to do leverage trading, you know, the best thing here for Matic is get above this solid base right there. And once you get above the low high resistance, you can set some alerts right there. I'm actually going to set some alerts here myself on Matic, just basically at this level over here, because yeah, we might, you know, it's probably going to happen. I mean, if you want to long from here, guys, manage risk. Don't risk too much just yet. I'm going to set a few alerts right there because it is a very interesting setup where you actually have the bump and run. You're getting above major support level, and this would end up in a three-wave structure. You're creating 1, 2, 3. You're inside the 3. You're just likely going to claim this high. So all of this range is actually pretty good for a long setup. Remember, guys, if you do want to trade Matic or any of these altcoins that are mentioned in today's live stream, you want to do it on the best exchange, which is ByBit. ByBit has a great bonus down below. They have hundreds of altcoins and you get the best bonus available. It's the first link in the description, guys. It's the one I always suggest. ByBit is, for me, number one. If you cannot trade in ByBit because you live in a restricted area, you have MEXC or BingX where you can trade stocks to get an incredible bonus as well. The best deals are down below in the description if you want to trade these cryptos. Trade responsibly, guys. A lot of people do not know how to trade and end up losing money, okay? So make sure to have a trading plan, okay, you know, when you're doing your trading, all right? So Filecoin, could you take a look at Cardano, KDA please, order charts at KuCoin and CoinX. Right, let's take a look at that. Filecoin as well. Let's take a look at Bitcoin is pumping. Yeah, got a bit of bit of pumpy action. Bump and run scenario, guys. In play. Is it in play? Massive V-shaped recovery. This was just a bunch of FUD, a bunch of nothing. Are we going to see a massive breakout to $46,000 on Bitcoin? We do have the liquidity up there. There are hundreds of millions of dollars up there of liquidity that could actually be in confluence with that bump and run stage on Bitcoin, right? Just starting to hit here the major level of resistance. I mean, it does look pretty good. It does look okay. We're probably going to start scaling here a little bit, just a bit of sideways action, you know, building up, and then bang. we're probably building up more liquidity because I think people are very much interested in shorting all of this, right? It's just a classic dead cat bounce. Let's short because we're going down, and then woof, and you eat up all of the highs right there, right? Very, very much possible. V-shaped recovery. Yes, sir. It does look like we are in the V-shaped recovery. Where is Mark Dirch? I do not know. Where is Mark Dirch? BTC instant $400 off the 0.78 Coinbase chart. Yes, it did blast through finally from that 7/8 Fibonacci, right? From this pivot high to the pivot low. If you do take a look at this pivot high to the pivot low, it is actually hitting around about the 7/8 Fibonacci from the highs here, from the yearly highs of 2023 to the lows of the drop yesterday. Just hitting that 7/8. No doubt this is a lot of resistance. It is a lot of resistance. We've got lower highs. We got the daily level. We have the base right there from the last two days. But everything points out that you're already kind of overlapping this. So if this were to be 1, 2, 3 waves, this cannot be a fourth wave already. So you might do something like this. You might get a pretty decent pullback. But overall, everything indicates that you should not be getting a major pullback from this level without claiming all of these highs. So everything looks quite good on the bullish side for continuation to the upside in the next 1 to 2 days. Mark Dirch is here. Here he is. Mark Dirch, people are asking for you. People are missing you in the chat. Why is it all collapsing? Why? Well, no, we're recovering. It collapsed yesterday. Everything is recovering today. Nothing is collapsing. We are recovering very nicely today. A lot of the altcoins are recovering. Aptos recovering, Arbitrum. We got Solana pumping, Polkadot as well. Let's take a look at Polkadot. What's Polkadot doing? Recovering very nicely after that major crash. Already up. Already up. Significant amounts. Let's take a look at that right away. From the drop yesterday, 20%. Just a major flash crash based on ETFs are not going to get approved. Then we have people that it's already been approved in secret, right? We haven't got any official announcement yet, but a lot of people are coming out as it's been approved. We got BlackRock buying $10 million worth of Bitcoin tomorrow. Come on, his parties on the weekend on the yacht, on a super yacht, they cost 10 million. Come on, you're buying more than that. Look at his cheeky face. He's buying much more Bitcoin than 10 million. You ain't fibbing me. Come on, cheeky man. He'll be buying billions of Bitcoin. Should I long now? Well, maybe not. The moment to get into a long position was speculating after this breakout. So if you did take a look at today's video update, we analyzed the situation and there was one major level for me of confirmation to actually see some more bullish momentum. And in today's video update, it was the point of control of the entire range of December. This was the crucial level that Bitcoin had to get above for the price action to get bullish momentum to the upside. The moment you get above that massive cluster of volume, that is the moment you're likely going to get some more upside momentum. And there was another reason why, not only based on the point of control, we were speculating on the possibility that this was a 1, 2, 3 wave. Fourth wave should not overlap the 618. It should not overlap the first wave, which is this one, which we're already hitting. And we were speculating on, yeah, okay, maybe it is going to be a fourth wave and we're coming down to the lows. But when we get these news events, I am very aware. We did see this with a fake news as well from BlackRock. From somebody from Cointelegraph, where we did see, the ETFs are getting approved, and then you got a major big crash. I think it was here back in October. I think this was it, where we had Cointelegraph saying ETFs have been approved, and you got a major pump of, it was only about $2,000. It was a lot back then. Major crash, but then obviously the ETF hype, right, did continue, and something similar happened here, where you got some characters coming out on Twitter saying that ETF is not going to get approved in January, coming with a statement of something, and then, you know, it's not official. This ain't official. And you got a lot of you got a major sell-off just after that. You know, this was the sell-off from yesterday. And when you go, you know, yeah, this ain't an official statement. You had a major flush, a major crash. ETF approval, the deadline date is on the 10th of January. Yeah, V-shaped recovery definitely on the cards. So for the moment, that is what is happening. Nothing official just yet. Short at the tops, long at the bottoms. It isn't that difficult. Very true, very true, very true. It is sometimes difficult. If it is difficult, I can tell you why it's difficult for you, because you are risking too much. The moment it gets difficult for people to do trading and emotional, it's because you are risking too much. You're risking more than you're willing to lose. And it's difficult. The moment you start risking, you know, a couple of peanuts, right? If I risk 2 peanuts to gain 10 peanuts, then it's like, yeah, okay, cool. You know, I got some peanuts for tomorrow for my picnic. And if you lose them, it's like, okay, well, I'm not having picnic tomorrow. You know, I won't be getting those peanuts. It's all about making consistent gains during the time, right? A lot of people want to make epic trades of tens of thousands of dollars and hundreds of thousands. Just slowly scale up, hundreds of dollars, thousands. Then at the end of the month, you know, you're like, oh, you know, I made 5K this month. I made 10K this month. Be happy with those gains. A lot of people risk too much on their trades, and they have a bad time. They have a bad time. UMB Andy, I haven't checked out the UMB chart. Don't tell me it's had an epic collapse. Oh, it's looking okay. Oh, this one didn't get affected too much. I'm extremely bullish on this, guys. This is my number 2 Oracle. I mean, look at this. My goodness, doesn't this chart look absolutely amazing? We've had the disbelief rally already. It's happened. This is like a massive, gigantic 12, you know, even more, 18-month double bottom. You know, bear market has happened already in 2022. And we have been going sideways on a lot of the cryptos for 12, 18 months. You cannot be bearish all the single time. You know, this is basically bottomed out. There is no selling pressure for 18 months. You want to buy here. I bought a huge bunch of Umbrella, which is a really cool project. You know, this was one of the latest allocations that I got here, and I'm very bullish on this because I did my research. I got some of the team doing research on this, and it looks very good. And we need oracles, right? Not only Chainlink. Chainlink is the best. It will always be the best. I will never sell Chainlink until it reaches $100. But, you know, taking a look at the oracles, layer 2s also, Metis. This is why I got Metis. Metis was a mid-low cap just a few months ago. You know, don't, you know, forget about, I mean, obviously Arbitrum did very well, and Optimism. They were still mid caps a few months ago. But Polygon, come on, you know, forget about Polygon. You ain't going to make a 10x anytime soon on Polygon. If you want, you can use Metis. And this is a proven, they have their own ecosystem. It's a working product. And it had a 50 million market cap just a few months ago. And I was like, oh, damn, I'm buying some of this at $15, $20. I am buying big time. It's at $92. So this was my biggest gainer from altcoins. A lot of them are still not doing that well, of course. But, you know, this was the big gainer. This was the one. And when we go down here into Oracle, blockchain technology, crypto, it needs oracles. We need real world data, okay? And companies using blockchain technology to get real world data, okay? There's a lot of hackers, scammers, and we want, you know, oracles for blockchain technology. And yeah, no doubt Chainlink. We got 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕 as well. 𝗕𝗬𝗕 had a massive rally, did 100x almost during 2023, which was absolutely epic. Band protocol, also very good. I mean, there's room for a lot of them, just like L2s. There's a room for a lot of L2s. There's a lot of room for L1s, you know, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche. There's a lot of room for many different good projects. And DeFi needs oracles. And Umbrella Network is, very, very nice. 10 million market cap, absolutely. Bring it on. This could go to 1 billion market cap. So I do see this doing 100x possibly, maybe in the next bull run. So if you want that 100x speculation, I want good projects, big team and a working product and a great roadmap for 24. And they have it. They have it. And I did buy a bunch of Umbrella at 1.4 cents. So it's already up a 2x from current levels, but the upside potential on Umbrella is just absolutely massive. It's just, you know, it's massive. You know, once this takes off, it will blow your socks off. It will blow your socks off. So yeah, I'm bullish on Umbrella. Bitcoin getting a bit of a pullback here from this pumpy action that it had. Getting a bit of a rejection here with this pump. The moment I would be worried on Bitcoin is once we lose 43,600 successfully. So if we are, you know, if I wake tomorrow morning and the price is trading over here, then, you know, it won't be looking that great. We're probably going to move to lower levels. As we are above this level, everything looks pretty good. So as we are above 43,600, everything still looks pretty good for the price to actually, you know, make this bump and run scenario come into fruition. Also, we got that liquidity. There's hundreds of millions of dollars of liquidity at 46k. It looks okay. This was a flash crash based on news, and we are ready. ETF hype is still very much real, so there's no major reason to be extremely bearish on Bitcoin just yet. The DXY is something we're not going to talk about. DXY again. Once we get some interesting price action on the DXY, that I will do a video. I will do a warning video with a fancy thumbnail. Okay, but we're still not out of the woods. 100x is overrated. Yeah, I'm gonna you know, I'm usually very conservative. I usually talk about a 5x or a 10x. I don't, you know, 100x, come on. But, you know, Oracle solution, I like the tokenomics of Umbrella. You know, it could be one of them. It could be one of them that can do a realistic, you know, 20x. Okay, let's be realistic, but I think there is a lot of upside potential, and this has basically bottomed out here. It's been over 15 months here, finding a huge bottom at the below 1 cent. I mean, this one already did a 5x from the bottom levels of September. But, you know, any corrective move here will be that kind of disbelief rally, right? If Bitcoin does go down to 38k or 34k, it's going to be, it's over. It's over. The rally is over. For a lot of the altcoins, it will be that disbelief stage. It will be that disbelief stage, very, very likely. And, you know, the next coming months, we could get great opportunities based on that. And we know the deal, right? Where's the market cycle? Where's the cheat sheet? Where's the cheat sheet? Right? So I personally think we are at this disbelief phase at the moment. If we were to start getting some pretty decent corrective moves, right? Bitcoin going down to 38k to 34k, right? That would be pretty painful, right? A lot of people will be in doubt, right? If we do go down to 34k, right, in the next coming weeks, people are going to be skeptical about the bull run, right? Is it going to happen? You know, I'm not too sure about this right now. We did get a pretty decent pullback, you know. I am worried. I think I'm going to sell some because we might be going lower, right? All of that kind of sentiment that you do get when you get those pullbacks. And I think we are in that disbelief stage right now. We have rallied quite a lot. You know, there are still people that are a little bit in denial. A lot of people are very bullish, of course. But the moment you will get a lot of people in disbelief is when you get these corrections. When Bitcoin corrects a little bit more, you know, look at the drop yesterday, right? People were already getting a little bit, hey, what's going on? You know, was this the local top? So I think we're in this disbelief stage, and any corrections now till the halving are going to be great buying opportunities. And I am talking about very good projects. I'm talking about good projects. Okay, I'm not talking about meme coins or any, you know, fancy gaming project that just got launched last month. I'm talking about very solid projects that have an incredible roadmap, and they do have utility for the next coming years. So Umbrella looks like my 2 Tonks holdings. Okay. Can you check Rose, please? Let's take a look at Rose here right away for Mina 036. I do try, guys. I do try to take a look at most of the comments. Rose, not Rhoda. Rose US dollar. Let's take a look at this one on the chart. Yeah, I mean, this one, Rose, I remember Rose. It is a blockchain. It is an L1, isn't it? It is a blockchain project. Oasis Network. Yeah, it has its own blockchain, and it's a mid-large cap. It is quite a large cap at the moment. It did get a significant rally here, doing over around about a 3x from the bottom levels here a few months ago. It looks pretty good, because this does look like a huge, gigantic, massive 18-month Adam and Eve bottom formation, right? No doubt that these lows are the levels that you want to buy, right? When you do, you know, bounce around some lows, you know that these lows are good for buying, because you already can see it on the chart, right? The last few months. And when you do see this, I mean, this does look like a classic double bottom scenario, and we are only testing the neckline from the drop that we had yesterday, right? There's a kind of a double bottom right there, Adam and Eve, where you have that massive drop back in May, June of 2022. You spike up, you have a nice, huge, gigantic round formation, and you just broke out from that neckline, just from that last lower high that you had from the drop, and boom. And you just retraced yesterday to that level, getting a bit of volatility to get a huge epic bounce. Maybe this is just, you know, going to continue to the upside. You know, the moment you get beneath this low, then it ain't going to be looking too good. But as you maintain above the level, all of this is just good for a possible speculation bounce. So far, so good. We did get that bounce from the drop yesterday. Will we have enough power? Will we have enough power to continue to the upside? So far, so good. Did maintain our support. It did get a pretty nice bounce of 20% in the last 24 hours. So far, that level is maintaining as support with this flash crash we had yesterday. So I don't like very much this price action. Of course, this price action ain't too convincing. But if we do start consolidating at this range in a descending wedge structure, it will be looking quite good. It will be looking quite good for the price to get an epic bounce. Of course, we want that slow descending channel wedge structure, you know, finding a base. Once it finds a base, you know, then it's obviously going to be looking very, very good for a major bounce in the case of Rose, right? Just going here easy, you know, with easy technical analysis, not doing any fancy things, just going with the basics. Sometimes you only need the basics to realize, you know, where the price can go. Right. Let's go. Mark Dirch, what's going on? Super chatos mustachos. Okay, let's go through the super chat. Thank you very much, Mark, for letting me know. Was just getting here distracted with the chart here. Let's go right away with the super chatos right away. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Where is it? Jordan, thanks for the super chat, my man. Hi, Andy. I am sacrificing these shekels to ask you to look at Noya, please. Okay, let's take a look at Noya. Let's take a look at Noya right away. Ooh, this one. Hey, what's going on with this one? This one is in a different party. Why didn't we join the Noya party? This one's absolutely rocketing during the last few months and the last few days. What happened with the crash on this one? Oh yeah, it was a big fat nothing burger and it got extremely bullish. Wow, this one pumped very, very nicely during the last 24 hours, 50%. My goodness, Noya. Who are you, Noya? 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗬𝗕. It's a relatively low market cap. I will take a look at this one. Interesting. The data layer for Web3. Okay. I'll take a look at that. But yeah, this one, basic support and resistance flip right over here. Basic support and resistance flip with yesterday's drop right there. Also happening here, also happened today, right? So obviously it is in a very, very strong uptrend. You're moving up here, resistance flip into support, bang, bang, bang. What can I say about this? I mean, this is probably, we really don't have huge amount of resistance. I think this one can actually achieve to hit this high here at 13 cents. Probably in the next coming days. That is if Bitcoin does behave, but it does look pretty good. It does look pretty good here for this parabolic move to continue. There really ain't that much of resistance here. Big volatile move up and down, and it just looks like it's just ready to hit that 13 cent level, and then we'll go from there. It looks very bullish. The recovery has been crazy from yesterday's drop. And it seems like we cannot stop this train. There's really not much here on the chart of resistance. I mean, of course, we do have those lows right over here. This was basically all of this low range, right, where we did have that price action here, price action here. That's where the price stopped right there. This was back in February. But I like this. Look at this. I mean, this is looking very solid. You know, you got a clear double bottom formation right there, and the neckline is actually at 13 cents. So it looks like that this is going to have some more upside momentum in the coming days. Of course, that if Bitcoin does behave, it is going a little bit parabolic. But when it goes parabolic, you know, sky is the limit. You know, this could pump, you know, another 50% overnight. And there is really not much resistance on this. Look at the volatile move that it had in between 5 cents and 13 cents. You know, if this could have done this back in February, you know, it could very much go up there in the next coming days. There's really nothing that can stop this to have that upside momentum. Not much to do on TA on this. This is absolutely in, you know, the train has left the station and it's just boop, 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 boop. You know, if you want to speculate on some pullbacks at strong levels of support, you got a pretty interesting zone here at the 8 cent level, where you have had this, the price stopping there during today a couple of times. I'm not sure if it is going to get a pretty decent pullback to that level, but you would speculate that it would just be a basic, you know, resistance support flip, right, to get that continuation up. It's just it looks very bullish. There's really not much to analyze on a parabolic move like this. You know, I would say higher is likely. Peanuts mark got photographic evidence, says Moon Boot Boy, which is Seb. Right, Andy, please, can you check MYO for me? Okay, live to 100. They say it is a new bonk and I already made 120% profit. Hey, absolutely amazing. And it looks like we broke all-time high. What so you think? Well, if it broke all-time high, it's in price discovery. And when you're in price discovery, same thing. Sky is the limit. Let's take a look at MYO US dollar. We can go with MEXC probably. yeah, it just hit the all-time high. Well, it didn't get a significant break from the all-time high, we got to say. It could end up in a very nasty double top. This one was launched in 2023, just a few months ago. So let's go smash up the like button, guys, while you're at it. Let's take a look at MYOR. It could be the new Bonk. 52 million market cap. So altcoin meme coins usually get to, you know, if it's a hyped up meme coin and it's going to be the next Bonk, if you say, then you would be aiming for the billion market cap, right? And not all of them do it, right? It goes by stages. You got obviously Dogecoin, you got Dogecoin obviously going above the billion. You got Shiba Inu, you got Pepe, and you had Bonk, right, in the last meme season, the last few months. You don't usually get another extra meme season, right, just after you've seen a meme season happening the last few months. It doesn't usually happen. Of course, could it happen? Absolutely yes. But I would be a little bit cautious. I mean, you're up already 120%, so I guess you've been buying the last few days here at the lows on the retracement. This could actually take off big time. This could take off big time. It's just another meme coin. Meme coins are pure speculation. You just hit the high, it could get a pretty decent pullback. As it's just created an all-time high, you know, you could speculate that, you know, once this gets above, you know, it can get quite punchy to the upside. You know, usually when you do an all-time high, unless you get a very epic crash, creating a double top, usually if you do maintain here, so in the next coming days, if you do get above the all-time high nicely, I mean, I would expect much higher prices on this, because you will be entering price discovery, and price discovery can go up 50%, it can go up 200% in the next coming days. You just don't really know, or depending on how much hype there is, you know, chasing this cryptocurrency. But yeah, wow, this one did pop here very, very nicely. These corrective moves that have happened, yesterday's drop, you know, this one already pumped, you know, insanely since yesterday's drop, 50%. So we are back. We are back. My goodness. Altcoins on the move, baby. Keep it going. Boss, can you take a look at FET? I always appreciate your insight. Richie, thank you very much. I can take a look at that all night for you if you want. That sounded weird, but anyway, let's take a look at FET. Of course, I'm going to take a look at some altcoins here for the community. Oh, it seems like I did some old, you know, analysis on levels here. I mean, yeah. Oh, this is yeah, Fetch AI. Yeah, this is an AI crypto. We're not that far away from all-time high from the previous cycle. It would only have to do a 2x here to get to the all-time high. It is interesting where we at the moment. You know what? We are just about to hit 618 Fibonacci from the all-time high to the low here in December of 2022. We are just a few cents away of hitting that 618 Fibonacci. And this is a level that I am a little bit skeptical on, right? A 618 Fibonacci, it's the most respected level on any asset on the charts. And we are just about, you know, almost touching that 618. Based on Bitcoin, I think we could be getting into some decent pullbacks in the next coming months at some stage, right? At some stage, I do see a little bit of a downtrend pullback that should happen. It should happen for Bitcoin. Of course, is this time different? There's no time for pullbacks. ETFs approved. Halving is around the corner. FOMO is going to continue, and we're going to hit all-time high on Bitcoin in the coming months. It's definitely possible. But when we go with technical analysis and data from the past, we want to stay a little bit cautious. No doubt that we had a major consolidation here back in 2021, at this level, right, where it's a big cluster. Look at the massive amount of volume and price action that was created here, right? And, you know, look at this coincidence that the point of control from this price action back in 2021, this is September, October, and November, part of December, point of control, right? So you've got a massive point of control zone here from 2021 that is actually what is making the price action stop at that level, right? So you've got a massive price action zone here where you have the point of control exactly at that level, and you're very close to the 618. So I mean, it is at a resistance zone. It is at a level where it's struggling to get more momentum to the upside. If price action gets a blast off here in the coming days, then I would arguably discuss that it is likely going to come to the, you know, these lower highs right there. You know, you've got a significant gap here of more upside momentum, but it's just struggling right now at the highest volume node here from the price action here of 2021. And it's almost hitting the 618 from this entire drop, right? And it's a bit three wavy right there. So it's a little bit of a crucial point here. If you planning and buying spot here, it's not the best level after such a major rally during the last few months. This is pumped over 300% in 3 months. It is resistance. That is what I can say. Anyway, let's go. I love caps lock. Let's take a look. Andy, please, can you tell me about Stacks and GRT? GRT, come on, hey, one crypto at a time. That is cheeky. You know, any comment section that has 2 altcoins to analyze, that is cheeky, okay? I can't even go through half of the comment section. The people that do put 2 altcoins in the comment, you know, that is cheeky. Come on. I cannot do that, especially if we want to do some, you know, at least basic analysis, because it does take a few minutes. But GRT on the move. GRT is bullish, an incredibly bullish project. Pretty obvious, really nice, huge double bottom on its way to hit this level. I see GRT hitting 23 cents in a matter of days. Slowly uptrend to that level, and then we'll go from there. If it breaks through this zone, then it could get into a really, really nice uptrend momentum. If it struggles at this level, it could end up in a double top. So no doubt that more upside momentum here for GRT is likely. It's on the way. Very strong uptrend, not too volatile, not too parabolic. It's just building up. And you know the deal. Once this builds up like this and then starts going parabolic, then that's the moment you want to be worried. But it does look pretty strong. It is in a very, very healthy uptrend. Nothing parabolic to just yet. You know, just like here, when you're building up like this, a nice solid uptrend, yeah, everything looks great. The moment you start doing this is the moment you want to be worried. The moment you start doing this, you know, hey, be careful. Be careful. It's going a bit too parabolic. And the reason why you want to be careful is because, you know, then it's followed through by a possible major pullback downtrend. So for the moment, I like this solid, and it's much, you know, it's much larger than this. So you could expect a major breakout in the coming weeks on this. GRT is a very bullish project. I do see this one after the bear market, double bottom right there. It's just building up here for a possible explosive breakout. So everything looks pretty good for GRT for the next coming months. And guys, it is late. It is late. I need to catch some sleep. Remember, I will be back tomorrow. Video update. Today's video update was based on the point of control of December. Bitcoin consolidating a few wicks to the upside. It looks pretty good as long as we are above point of control of December. As long as we're above this range, bump and run scenario is on the cards. The moment you start losing point of control of December, it ain't going to be looking too good. It ain't going to be looking that good here if we start losing that point of control. ETF hype is still real. No reason to be extremely bearish just yet. we'll be going with more. Of course, if you break here above that daily level, above this low, above lower high resistance, bump and run in play, likely to go to 46k. Remember guys, if you do want to trade altcoins, Bitcoin, hundreds of altcoins, you do have ByBit. ByBit is a great trading platform, one of my favorites. You do also have MEXC for anybody that cannot trade on ByBit because of restrictions. You have hundreds of altcoins here on MEXC as well. You get a deposit bonus of 500, 1,000, 4,000, depending on what you deposit. It's another way to support the channel. The links are down below in the description. If you want to support, guys, this is where I trade ByBit and MEXC. BingX is also a very good one, and you can also trade stocks there. Great way to get the best bonus and trade on one of the best exchanges, and another way to support the channel here to talk about Bitcoin, technical analysis, good projects. You know the deal. Interact with the beautiful community. So yeah, no way, missed my one. Illegal. Let's take a look at your crypto. Where are you? Come on, put it on the comment section. Legends, thank you very much. Moderators, where are you? I'm going to take a look at your crypto. Illegal. God, good sir. Could you take a look at Hydra, please? Thank you. Let's take a look at Hydra right away. I will miss out. I try and do most of them, but Hydra, I guess it's this one right over here. Hydra. This is 17 million market cap. Oh, it has infinite supply. Let's take a look at Hydra. Is it this one over here? Confirm me right away in the comment section. Confirm it. Hydra. I do try. It's a low cap crypto. Is it this one? Oof, I mean, I'm not too sure about these ones. I would have to take a look at the project. This one doesn't look, it seems like it has its own blockchain. Hydra chain. Okay, solving the total supply problem. I will take a look at this. It is a very low market cap, 17 million. Of course, you know, when it has infinite supply, but this doesn't mean anything. Ethereum is, you know, infinite supply. So we'll be taking a look at this project on the chart. Hydra. Is it this one? Where are you? Is it this one? Hydra for illegal. Yeah, no, there is still, I mean, it is, the selling pressure is getting exhausted. I mean, this one went all the way up to, wow, $50. That would be over a 50x if it were to manage to hit all-time high. But yeah, this one, it's just about going sideways at the moment. It's still very much in a heavy downtrend. Not much sideways momentum or breaking lower high resistance. It is still very much a strong downtrend here. Not much sideways action going on for the last few months. Pretty aggressive downtrend here. What we like on a chart is when you flatten out, right? When you do this, that is the moment that you're like, wow, this is good. This is good. But this one is still quite heavily moving down here during the last few months. Of course, a nice bounce here during October, November. A little bit in doubt with this one. A little bit in doubt just on the charts. But I will take a look at it. Maybe the roadmap, the team, you know, see what are they going to make different? Why is this one different from the other ones? We'll analyze this. On the chart, it still looks quite aggressive to the downside. We haven't had much sideways momentum like many other ones. When you do take a look at Chainlink, my goodness, Chainlink was an absolute obvious level for buying. I mean, oh my goodness, the accumulation stage here on Chainlink was just so obvious. This is what we want to see on the chart. When you go sideways like this for over 12 months, it's like, hey, come on. You want to buy some Chainlink at this zone, guys. Come on, it's bottoming out. But when you take a look at Hydra, in that case, it's still very much aggressively to the downside. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Destroy the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more updates in the next coming days. I will see you tomorrow with the next video update and also a live stream. Thank you very much, everybody. And I'll see you tomorrow.